Howdy Gamerinos, I'm here to review the latest Undertale fan game, Undertale Promise, which, fun fact, is a fan game of a fan game. Now, as you can see, there's footage here. We're probably thinking, whoa, where's your gameplay? As in, like, where's your video about playing the game and your reaction to it? Well, here's the thing. OBS and my computer's a bitch, so only like 78 of the footage, or like 80% of the footage was captured, and the rest fucked up the audio massively. So that's why I can't post a video unless you want really shit audio quality. And also, for some reason, I made the game way too zoomed in, which is also another sign of probably a better idea, not to actually post a video, but just keep it unlisted so you can just use it for like footage and shit. So yeah, but anyways, on to the main thing I was gonna do, the review of this fan game called Undertale Promise, which is a fan-made prequel of, like I said, Undertale Yellow, fan game of fan game. Also, by the way, yes, I am using fucking footage from here, just not editing me, this is me. But first, let's start with the game. I think the game looks, so far, looks pretty good. I do like the game, although I do have some issues, and I will discuss. Now, to get my compliments out of the way, I do like the little animation that Toriel does. As you can see here, we get to that. I do. By the way, I do love like this animation. I think that animation actually looks. Well, I was gonna play. Yeah, the animation looks pretty good, like really good. Especially that feature. I said that in the original thing, in the original recording, where I really do like that feature. That is a very unique feature where Harmony automatically resets when during a scenario where she doesn't like, which is a very interesting, unique feature that I hadn't seen any fan game is that these that I have seen do before, which is cool because there's something unique that this game has, and clearly shows that Harmony has a surprising amount more a surprising more amount of determination, even more than Clover, which is fascinating. You can see my little icon there, the video, and even upon me talking about it, how it was fascinating. But yeah, like I said, I do like that concept. It's a compliment, but I do have my gripes. Not with the whole concept, more of the relationship between Torio and Harmony, because as you go later on, has this big emotional moment, where Tori's like, oh, she's depressed. And then, I don't know if you can see or not, but it says, instead of saying Torio, it says mom, which is kind of sweet, but here's my issue. Oh, yeah, that footage got fucked. But like I said, here's my issue. Why? Like, why does Harmony think of Torio as their mother? Because, like, listen, I understand that they clearly stayed for like a few days or something or some shit like that. Because if you don't know, it shows in the intro, Harmony and their friend fucking fell down. Well, their friend fell down, and Harmony went to jump after them. And Torio found them. I guess raised them for a few days or whatever. Which is cool, but here's my problem. Why should I care about this scene where Harmony and Torio, or more accurately, Harmony leaves Torio to explore the underground? Because there's not really that much scenes, I guess, besides the whole battle and the little gap session they have. When Harmony speaks to Torio and Torio's in the living room. I'm trying to say is I wish there was more scenes of Harmony and Torio in general. I feel like a certain section, like similar to regular Undertale, where you in Torio explore the ruins and like Torio kind of guides you and showing you how puzzles works. My issue is that I wish, okay, maybe not exactly that, but a section where it was just Torio and Harmony, so we see the relationship build up. So when it reaches to that emotional moment, it affects the player a lot more because it just kind of feels like it came out of nowhere, and Doesn't feel that earned per se. But so far I think it was good. Like I said, the tutorial interaction was interesting, specifically with not having to fight tutorial majorly like options. Yeah, and then I guess the battle system, which one thing I did find kind of weird is that the battle system doesn't really have any random encounters. Like for example, like and this battle are scripted, which isn't a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's just interesting because I'm just used to like like Undertale and Undertale Yellow having random encounters. Not to mention this thing, like me personally, I don't know how that attack works. Maybe it's just me being dumb, but it does, like I said, it does look unique. I do like how unique it is. I just don't exactly know what to do. You know, it's just me being dumb. But yeah, on to my point. It does feel weird to have not having random encounters. I guess it is a demo and stuff, but I would have liked to have for this fan game to have random encounters. To be like well, to be like Undertale or Undertale Yellow, which is a fan game now. As you can see, I do like seeing Kaneko and Dalv because Dalv is the go and I love the man. Yeah, I thought in terms of writing, pretty good. It's interesting that Dalv's a babysitter. I hope at least once the full game comes out, we'll get some lore on why Dalv is babysitting Kaneko and stuff like that. And also, I wonder to see Chujin and shit. Maybe Chujin and Dal were like old friends, acquaintances. I'm not sure that's hinted in Unto Yellow, but that is cool. You said, especially with these enemies. These enemies look really cool, and they do take advantage of the Harmony's ability to reset, which is a cheap way, not cheap way, but like trying a battle again without to fully try it. That makes sense. That was not. Yeah. Also, there's this section which I do like. It is, as you can barely see. I do like this sneaking section. It is very interesting, especially with the hiding mechanic. That is something we have not seen before. I think it's pretty cool with the uniqueness. And not gonna lie, I kind of wish. Okay. It's not I don't think. Okay, it's not I don't like the little orb following, but I feel like, I guess to be similar to Deltarune, the Harmony Soul will glow blue, and that'll be the light source. But hey, you don't have to do that at all if you don't want to. But and also this fucker, I do like this section kind of ish. This fucker is kind of annoying, but I do like this guy's design and the whole shtick what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be sneaking around. It's not like the best stealth section, but it is a pretty decent stealth section. I also like the stuff with Asgore, just making a casual cameo and talking about the Royal Guard and stuff. And okay, this where it cuts off. But I do like this character because I wasn't familiar with this character. No duh. But I do like this expanse not only just Undertale lore, but under the Undertale Yellow lore, with this person being Martlet's father, which I think is a unique piece of lore that was put into this game. And I hope that later we see this character. Maybe we see a quick cameo of Martlet before Harmony dies. Speaking of Harmony, more about the soul again. Oh, it's just me just yapping. There's ain't no script. I don't even use a script in any of my videos, but Harmony, it's a shame. It'll probably appear when the full games happens. Yeah, it'll definitely. But like, I'm interested to see what the, I guess, upgraded soul ability was going to be. Because in Undertale Yellow, they took it, or sorry, gravity. But like, as you know, like in Undertale Yellow, they use the yellow soul, and during certain fights, you'll be able to shoot. And then later, when Chapter 2 came out, Deltarune, obviously they took advantage and used the big shot ability in their own way, or just making the big shot icon some more original to them, I guess copyright or something like that. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is there going to be a battle? I'm assuming there's going to be a battle where gravity is active, and I guess the most popular choice for an upgraded, such updated blue soul ability is the able to, I guess, ground pound, or that at least that's what I'm assuming is going to happen. Which, yeah, it would be interesting and it'd be pretty cool. I just wondering what boss would be used for, but yeah, not to mention I do like the little bit of lore, even though I definitely most likely missed some of the lore. Kind of see it here with the lore with Harmony, and I guess finding out that the other human souls were hunting and shit, and that's probably my lack of understanding of the lore. At least hopefully somebody can explain to me. Just can I briefly skim through it where like Harmony gets upset about the monsters killing all the humans, and presumably their friend gets killed by monsters or something bad happened to their friend. But wow, I just love how that guy just looks like the Pringles guy, and that's funny. Well, so one thing I do like is the humor, because I feel like Undertale Yellow, they didn't really have a lot of humor. Okay, they did. Like, I don't know. Again, not saying the humor is bad. I'm trying to say is that, like, this, like, fan game definitely encapsulated Undertale's humor, what is just, especially this moment, even though it's just the Mad Dummy moment. I still like this moment and also other moments slash jokes where it just felt just like Toby Fox, where it was the most dumbest shit ever, but it somehow works. I think I do like, because I do feel like the humor is on track. That's another thing. The attack, unfortunately, this footage couldn't capture the attack, but the attack is pretty interesting using music notes because music, ballerina, and harmony, shaha, music, dancer, whatever. That is cool. Only problem is how does it work? Cause like when I try to use it, like what I'm trying to say is that so how do I attack more? Like what specifically do I have to hit in order to get a clean shot? Is I'm assuming it's just when the thing goes into the piano, I just press it. I don't know. I'm just yapping the sake for yapping, trying to get this video up like I don't know 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm still trying to review this game, and it's my overall thoughts that it is. I can be honest here, it's fine. It's not amazing. It's not bad. It's fine. Like I said, I do like a lot of the concepts, but I feel like some of the story choices are a bit not as good as the gameplay. At least some of the story could use a bit of work with the fleshing out a bit more characters, or fleshing out characters such as and moments such as a Harmony and Torio's relationship. So make that moment more impactful. And well, yeah, I don't have too much to say. I fairly enjoyed my playthrough. Like I said earlier, some random encounters would be fine. But not as the full game, or maybe that happened when the full game releases stuff. And also, like I said, the blue soul ability being used, and yeah, and which I'm assuming that blue soul ability is gonna be used when we fight Dao, which honestly would be pretty cool to see Dao and what he's and what this composer such created this game would make Dao's theme song. Which also another thing, the music. Okay, it's not that I don't like it, but it definitely sounds strange. Like the sound font it used, it's definitely not something that sounds like Undertale or Undertale Yellow. Not saying it's bad, it just has a very unique sound, and I'm just curious what that unique sound will sound like for Dalv and Axes. Because as you know, Axes is gonna chase you, and one thing I would really like to do is just by the way, if you're watching this creator slash composer, make the most terrifying version of Found You ever. Really go that was really fucking bad. Being understand about a horrifying version of Axis's chase theme, or when Clover chases Axis. The most horrifying thing ever when Axis is chasing you, and then eventually you reach a waterfall, and then bam, you're dead. Just I don't know, just a little suggestion. If you watch this video, you're probably not. This video is probably compared like my other videos where nobody watches them. But hey, maybe that would change. Maybe that would change. But yeah, like I said, was my overall thoughts on this game. It does has potential. It does have a lot of unique, cool ideas that hopefully get expanded in the next game. And yeah, and also I like how this game is not, for the most part, not too long, which I feel like this type of game. Because listen, like if you're making a prequel to Undertale Yellow using the Integrity Soul, just a pro tip: you shouldn't push yourself to put too much content. Not saying, well, again, I'm not saying you can't be creative, but like, because like I feel like it's easier to make a much smaller game, mainly mainly so you can like focus and polishing on like animations and stuff. Like I said, that one moment with Toriel and her little animation, I thought that was I thought that this moment and this animation here was a nice, cool little animation. Especially with this moment right here, which I feel like that should be used. Because, like, since, as I'm assuming it's going to be a smaller game than, Undertale Yellow, most of the effort should be put in animations and, I guess, designs. Just, just a little suggestions. Like maybe this creator go back and maybe tweak some animations, make them a little bit better. Just add some polishing and stuff. Just saying. But overall, I do like it, but I don't love it. I feel that's a good way to describe Undertale Promise. And I promise you that I will play this game again once the full game releases. God, that's cringe. Anyways, goodbye.